one of the best restaurants because the fish is so fresh.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fish guy.
Oh,
so,
and this is the real fish.
Yeah. No,
It's
you
not
talking
farm
fly
fish.
fishing though, or you?
No.
It's not for
You know
It's
what?
not for
I
you?
don't fish.
Oh, you don't
I have a
fish at
fishing
all?
boat,
Okay.
and I take my friends out.
You have a fishing boat, but you don't fish.
I can't kill a salmon.
Okay.
I caught one, and it was so beautiful, and I turned it back.
Yeah.
But catch and
I'd
release.
be eating that like.
Yeah, well,
raw.
you can get him. I couldn't kill him. He was so.
Oh,
so I take
wow.
friends out. I'm a nut.
I see that.
Animal
I can
nuts.
see that.
You know,
I
we
wanna-
did Free Willies up there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I wanted to ask you because the last time I talked to you was radio, so you don't remember me. And I saw a twinkle in your eye. I suggested something to you, and I'm just curious from my own personal whether or not it was actually thought about. But I thought it would be a good idea to re-release Lady Hawk. And I saw a twinkle in your eye, and I was like, why? And I thought he's thinking about it.
I've tried so hard. It's caught between Warner Brothers and Fox because Fox had it domestically, and I think Warner's had it foreign. And it's like, two wives to try and get them to agree.
Really? It's just a timeless movie.
It is. It's a great
so
love
many
story.
Kids. Chuck, can you recommend something to us? And I'm like, well, have you seen what's Lady Hawk? And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm thinking this would be the perfect re-release because the public, people for a new generation and people that love it, and it's such a.
You know what? That's something I
redo the sound.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Great track.
Yeah. I mean,
Alan Parsons project.
Amazing. So I was just hoping that would ever get done.
You know what?
And then not just on DVD, in the theater. I want to see it on the big screen.
You just gave me a little inspiration.
Yeah.
The problem is it costs so much money to advertise and market a film today. Yeah. They would have to sneak it out in just one.
Yeah. But you would think, though, with the movie, though, it's already done. All you got to do is get a new print, do some touching here.
Oh,
and
that
there.
we could do.
Yeah.
It's just selling it, marketing
just getting it. Now, in this movie, one of the big things is I'm such a DVD guy. Are you working on anything on the DVD for this? Because I want to see more. I want to see how things were done in this movie. Because one, when I look at everything, I hope everything's real and not done on a set. And I'm, of course, referring to the bus. Because
that's real.
That was just, I don't know how you guys freaking did that.
So I know. It was not easy. It was like, it was a difficult sequence. But that's the easiest thing in the world to do. Action.
Okay.
You just really gotta
obviously for you.
You gotta think, you gotta think it out. You hire really great people and you.
But I'm watching this bus crash into things, and I'm like, it just looked like it was really crashing into things, and I saw the explosion. Oh, really? You're just destroying vehicles and stuff?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you buy vehicles and you.
But in this case, though, we know that when you do if you have a car in a movie, you probably buy 6 or 7 of these cars and you wreck them up. People think it's the same car in the movie. But what do you do when you're dealing with a bus?
3 buses.
That's it.
Bought 3 buses from New York, shipped them to Toronto, where we did that sequence. Had them all in running shape. It's like having if you have an animal in a picture, you got to have doubles. The only thing you're ever stuck with is the actor, but we had 3 buses. They were everything worked, and then we realized at one point we couldn't turn into the alley. The bus wouldn't make it, and so good producer, very good producer, happens to be sitting right there, John Thompson.
Hey, John.
Came up with the idea of let's take one of the buses,
right.
Let's cut a third of it off and put it on a platform, and we'll use that piece, which we did. But then it was on a truck backing up, and that didn't quite work. So that night they redid the whole bus. They put a little guy down inside of just that front end driving it, and that's what slams into the wall. And so it's all done with pieces, and our responsibility as illusionists bring those pieces together, and miraculously it worked.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're amazed yourself when you see it.
Yeah, because I don't want to start thinking about. I want to pay attention to the movie because this movie, takes off with a bang and keeps going. But then I see things like that, and I'm like, oh, that can't possibly be real. But the other thing too is I was brought up in a household where John Wayne was a god, and there's a scene at the end of this movie when Bruce starts walking to the alley. I took a gasp. Somebody, you got a phone call? You got to take that?
No, I just want to. It's buzzing. It must be driving you nuts.
And he walks in the alley, and I almost thought for a second, I gasped because I'm like, oh, this is a showdown. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking it was just like.
Same thing.
Really?
It was a Western showdown. And especially that last piece with the 2 of them when David Morse and Bruce Willis confront each other down below the basement. They walk out. It's the old.
I know. That's what I was thinking. I was waiting for the whistling music to come in, and I'm like, this is awesome. What a way to end the movie.
Yeah.
It was just like a great little thing. But you think a lot. Since you say that, are you a big fan of that genre?
Of the Western?
Yeah.
I love them.
Why can't you make one?
I am.
Another one. You are?
Yeah.
What
I have an original screenplay by Brian Helgeland, who was a great writer director, and it's probably second picture down the road for me. I love it. Very unusual, very
There's not
offbeat.
enough good westerns on.
You're right, kid.
Thank you so much.
Good
sir.
seeing you again. Or seeing you.
Seeing you.
Hearing you, I know.